Hello, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about all the accessories and modifications for the Benelli TRK 502 and 502X. First of all, roll credits. Okay, on the channel I've got a review of this, which is my bike, the TRK 502X, so if you haven't seen that yet, go to it, check it out. And since I've put that review up, I've had a few requests asking me to do a review on some of the accessories that I put on this bike, what they like, where I got them from, the cost, etc. So without ado, what I'm going to do, I'm going to work my way through from the front of the bike to the back of the bike. I'll give you the lowdown on each accessory, where I got it from, the cost, and I'll put some things up on the screen so you can take a screenshot or write down any details that you might need. Okay, first of all we have the Puig touring screen. I actually bought this off eBay. It's the 110mm light smoke, £73.66 and free postage. Light smoke it is, a really light tint. I don't see if you can just see the difference between the side deflector and the actual screen itself. It's hardly noticeable. It's a really nice screen. It's very easy to fit. Literally 10-15 minute job. Take the old one off, put the other one on. It's really good. If I was buying anything for this bike, if I could only buy one accessory, this would be the accessory I'd buy. It really does put you in a bubble of calm air. You do get a tiny little bit of wind turbulence just around the top of the head, but it's hardly anything. The only downside with it is, with my height, how I sit on the bike, the top of the screen is just in my eye line, so I'm sort of either trying to look over the top or trying to look through the screen. But it's not a deal breaker, you know. I'll put up with that because it just makes the riding position on the bike so much more comfortable. Okay, next, spotlights. These are the Chevy Tracker lights, S310. I got these off Amazon. They were £109.90 with free delivery. Now there are cheaper lights out there, however I believe you get what you pay for. These lights are absolutely excellent quality. They are bulletproof, they're really bright, they light the road up great, easy to fit. They come with the full wiring harness, relay and fuse, and also switch that is mounted there on the handlebars. There's not much else to say from them. They do what it says on the box. Like I say, you can get cheaper ones, but these will last a lifetime. Okay, just under here you can see this big black box, the Denali Sound Bomb. This is the compact version, and even so it is quite a hefty unit. 120 decibels. I got that from eBay, £36.99, free postage. As for installing it, because of the size of it, it's difficult to find somewhere to mount it. On most motorbikes you'd be hard pushed to find somewhere to put that unit. You can get a smaller one, but it's only half as loud as the one that I've got on now. But even so, the smallest ones are still twice the sound level of a normal motorbike horn, if that makes sense. Fitting them, it's quite difficult to fit really. The instructions, if you follow the instructions through, they sort of confuse. You read it on one page and it tells you to do one thing, and then you read it on the next page of the diagram and the diagram shows a different way to what the instructions actually say. You'd be fine as long as you've done a little bit of wiring and you've got a little bit about you and you know a little bit about electrics. You'd have no problem at all fitting it. But if you're a real novice and you're going off the instructions, it can be a bit confusing to the instructions. You can get another unit where you can split the compressor from the horn, so it makes it easier for mounting it below panels on a bike. You can put one part one side, one part the other, and I think that would be the way to go really. That would make it easier to fit because it is a big unit. I will give you a little lesson you just wire it to the horn, and as you can see, that is a really loud horn. Okay, back here you can see the Radiator grill. This is a 2GU stainless steel Radiator grill, and the 2GU is TOOGOO. Off Amazon, £20.31, free delivery. To be honest, a little bit of a pain to fix. The top two screws at the top, no problem at all, they go straight in, but that bottom one there, the screw that they send through, or the bolt, is way too small. I had to get a different bolt to put through. So, you know, something as simple as 3 bolts, it took me about an hour to fit. It was a right pain in the neck, but it looks good, it's good quality. I think it'll last a good while, so happy with it. I think you can get them a lot cheaper if you go on that AliExpress. I just wanted it quite quick because I don't like having my radiator uncovered. It's an expensive fix if you get a hole through the radiator, so that's that. These cream carbon gator covers on the forks, I can't tell you about those. Those are already on the bike when I had them. They look a nice little piece of kit, something really simple. They just velcroed on, but I'm sure if you did a search on AliExpress or eBay or Amazon, you'd come across them. Okay, the crash bars which the spotlights are mounted to. Now, I had these off AliExpress. It's like a cheap version of eBay. A lot of the stuff you get comes direct from China. The good point with AliExpress is things tend to be a lot cheaper, sometimes half the price of the same products that you get on eBay. They tend to be the same products that you get on eBay as well. And the delivery can take a while. Normally it takes around 28 days to be delivered. I was a bit worried about using it the first time I used it. I thought, am I going to get ripped off? But I've had 2 or 3 things off there now, and like I say, they've all took the time to come, but they have all come. They've all been of good quality. Good communication from the site itself, from AliExpress, so thumbs up for me. Give it a go, give it a chance. As long as you're not worried about how long things take to get to you, you'll be fine with it. The crash bars themselves cost £109 2p. Postage was £48.42, so that's a total of £174.44. Very easy to fit, not a problem at all. Okay, again we've got front fender extender, just bolts straight onto the front mudguard. This was really cheap. I mean, this was from AliExpress, £12.85. You just line it up, drill the holes. It comes with stainless steel bolts for fitting it, and it's just, if you look back, without that fender extender on, your oil filter, your exhaust, everything just gets coated in crud from the road thrown up from the front tyre. So, you know, absolutely really simple thing to do. It takes 5 minutes and well worth the money. Again, AliExpress, took a while to get to me, but no problems whatsoever there. Okay, the panniers, what can I say? Kappa K-Venture panniers. The order number is KVE37APACK2. They're aluminium, and they come with the fitting brackets, as you can see, to fit them, which are specific to the TRK 502. I got these from eBay, and they are an expensive piece of kit. £596.74 and £22.90 delivery. However, you know, I really believe you get what you pay for. They're just the right size, they're not too big. The Benelli ones that you get fit closer to the exhaust and are cut out, so that there's a cutout in this area here, which does reduce the amount of stuff that you can get in. Me personally, I think they look fine. They don't look offset or anything, and I do think that they are a superior case to the actual Benelli ones that you can get to fit the bike. Okay, the top box. The top box is a Denali TRK Outback. It's a 58 litre. The part number is OBKN 58A. It fits on any mono key Jivy plate, so if you've already got the mounting plate for another box, as long as it's of that type, it'll fit straight on. Again, it's an expensive piece of kit, £287.86 with free postage from eBay. But again, you know, you get what you pay for. This will last me for life, and at the end of the day, when I come to sell the bike, I can take that off, I can take the side cases off, put them straight onto another bike, because these top boxes and the side boxes, you just have to buy the actual mounting bars for your specific bike, and they'll fit all the boxes. So, you know, it's an investment that, yeah, it is an expensive investment, but you're going to have it for the rest of your motorbiking life, really, and you can change them as you change your bike. Okay, going to the dash. We'll start off with the Sat-Nav. First of all, you need a bracket to mount the TomTom cradle on. Now, this is a Jivy crossbar support. It was from eBay, £17.01, free postage. And then onto that, you then fit your TomTom rider mount and battery cable. That's quite dear, £44.87. And then on top of that, we have the mount bracket cover, again from eBay, £8.99. And I don't know whether I can do this one-handed, but there you can see the cover. So that little bit of plastic, £9. But it does cover the terminals, and it keeps everything nice and clean and dry. Okay, so on here on the handlebars, we also have this is the Best For You motorcycle tyre monitoring unit. I had this from Amazon. It was £56.99 with free postage. I don't know if you can see that clearly, but it does tell you the tyre pressures on front and back, and it will also give you the temperature of your tyres in real time as you're going along. You can set it to minimum and maximum, and it will alarm at those rates whatever you put in, and that is both for the pressures and for the tyre temperatures as well. Quite a pricey unit. You can get them cheaper, however be aware I did buy a cheaper one and the thing caught fire while I was charging it. So, you know, lesson learned, you get what you pay for. This down here, if you can see it, it's a temperature gauge and a voltage meter. Now the temperature gauge is just there, if you look here, and that gives you your external temperature, and it also gives you your voltage when the bike's running and when the bike's in situ. Now this does have to be wired either to an ignition switch, or it has to be wired to an accessory switch, because if you wire it just direct to your battery, it will be live all the time. It's not a good thing to do. I've actually got this wired to my spotlight. When I switch my spotlights on, and if you can see there, it illuminates, basically because when you've got the spotlights on, they do draw quite a little bit of power, and on top of that, it was just easier than ripping into my ignition. That cost €50, which is £44. It was from a Greek company called Cosmo Motorcycle Products. Again, I was a bit wary ordering direct from abroad, but they're a very good, reputable company. I had no problems with them whatsoever, good communication, and the thing came very quickly. I think it took about 7 days to come. So yeah, very reputable company. I also have the Oxford hand warmers, hot grips or whatever they're called. I can't remember how much I paid for them, but if you go on eBay and just type in Oxford hot grips, they will come up. They do different models, different types of grips of different lengths. I can't remember what the actual model is that you need, but it's easy to do. Just go out with a ruler, measure the length of your grips, then go onto the site, and they'll have all the different lifts of the different types of grip that you need, and you just order the one that's compatible with your bike. And last but not least, ultimate add-ons phone holder. Now I have a Sony Xperia phone, so this is for a Sony Xperia, but they do lots of phones, from generic ones that fit all phones to specific ones for your phone if you've got an iPhone or a Samsung, whatever. That was direct from their site, £51.99, and again, an expensive piece of kit, but they are brilliant. They are the best phone holders you can get. There's a gap at the bottom so you can put your charging cable in. They are waterproof, they are absolutely solid, and for that price you also get the bracket and the mount at the back, and it's quick release, so you can just squeeze those two green triggers there and it comes straight off. Pop it in your bag or your pocket when you nip into the shops or the petrol station. Okay, the accessory mount that's bolted onto the handlebars, quite an expensive piece of kit, but a very good sturdy piece of kit. Again, the maker's Jivy. It was titled as GPS holder. Found it on Amazon. Part number is Sierra 900 Alpha, so S900A, and it was £77.40. Again, an expensive piece of kit, but to be honest, you know, that's going to last for a lifetime, and you could take that off and mount that on any bike. You know, it is specific to the TRK, but you know, you could cut that middle bar down, or you could add spacers and just bolt it onto any bike if you wanted to sell the bike and keep it. Okay, that brings the review to an end. I hope you found it helpful. If you've enjoyed this, I'm going to have more reviews coming up. I'm going to be doing the Oxford Montreal Textile touring suit, former adventure boots, Raxid adventure boots. I'm going to get out on the bikes as soon as the lockdown period is over, give you some follow-up reviews on how all the bikes I've reviewed up to yet handle while out on the road, and give you thoughts on ownership of them. Like I say, if you do enjoy the videos, please subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. All it does is just put a little icon every time you switch your YouTube on, so you can find the channel more easily. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. Everybody stay safe. Bike Rider Reviews out.